I'll have your car for you in just a minute, Mr. Bass. Thank you.
My name's Gunn.
Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Gerard is expecting you.
Mr. Gerard?
What did you say?
You are Mr. Gerard.
I used to be. Yes, of course I'm Mr. Gerard. Are you sure you're Mr. Gunn?
Well, I'm usually pretty sure.
Identify yourself.
What's the name of the game, Mr. Gerard?
I don't want to depress you, but I think I'm going to be killed.
Where did you get this information?
It's just a matter of keeping your ear to the door. Sit down. If I told you what went on in this house...
Well, suppose you do tell me.
Look at me. Walter C. Gerard, businessman, banker, tycoon. Some tycoon in the 20th century's answer to the prisoner of Zenda.
Mr. Gerard.
Mr. Gunn, I have a daughter. As a father, it's my duty to love her, but she isn't making it easy. A prisoner in my own house.
What are you trying to tell me, that your own daughter?
My daughter is a causist.
Causist?
Causist. Give her a cause, and she's for it. Did you hear that? Have you ever heard of Frank Lumis?
Sure. He was a big operator, practically ran this town once, until they put him in prison.
And their intentions were good, but my daughter eliminated that barrier between Mr. Lumis and society.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
She was successful in having him paroled.
What, Lumis paroled?
My very words.
Well, that doesn't figure.
My very words.
Mr. Gerard, maybe you don't realize it, but there are parole laws in this state. A parolee has to have a job and a residence.
He has a job in my bank, and he has a residence here.
What, do you mean he's living here?
Living? He's commandeered the place. I barricade myself in my room at night. But do I sleep? Oh, no, because he walks up and down, up and down.
Oh, Mr. Gerard, I don't quite understand. Now, a parolee has to be bonded to work in a bank.
He was bonded. My daughter arranged that. She coerced me into signing the bond.
Well, how did you do that?
Oh, line of least resistance. My daughter is very like her late mother. Rest her. I never could win an argument with her, either.
Well, Mr. Gerard, just what is it you would like for me to do?
Incriminate him. Get him involved. Get him out of my house, my bank, my life.
Well, that won't be too easy. Lumis is not only pretty deadly, he's pretty smart.
Well, maybe if you could tie up those visitors.
Visitors? What visitors?
Those night creatures that visit him constantly. If you could see their faces, I think he's running a branch office of Murder Incorporated.
Well, I'll have a talk with Lumis.
Good, good. That will give me an opportunity of creeping up the back stairs to my room.
Well, good night, Mr. Gerard.
That's ridiculous.
Catching up on your homework, Lumis?
I left orders with the butler. I didn't want to be disturbed.
I understand you've been giving quite a few orders around here lately.
Who are you?
My name's Gunn.
Something on your mind, Gunn?
You've got quite a setup here. You, plan on making it your permanent base of operation?
Now, that could get you dropped in the river, pal.
I'm sure you didn't learn that in group counseling.
It's been nice talking to you, Gunn. Let's not make it a habit.
Frank, honey, are you still messing with those silly books? You're supposed to be dressed.
I got a lot of work to do. I don't think I can make it tonight.
Oh, that's ridiculous, and you know it. You're the guest of honor. Everyone's dying to meet you. They've never seen a rehabilitated criminal before. Don't be sensitive. You've got to meet people. Well, you hurry now. We have to pick up the Carters on the way, and we don't want to keep them waiting. They mustn't think you're rude.
Stay adjusted, Lumis. And give my best to the judge.
So he's living there.
He's terrorizing Mr. Gerard.
No. Let Gerard make an official complaint and I'll act.
No, he won't do that.
Why?
He's too terrorized.
I can't act.
You could roust him.
Oh, Pete, you've been watching too many gangster pictures. Don't you know how Lumis got out on parole? He got publicity, plenty of it. I start to muscle him around without any strong reason. I'll have every newspaper sob sister in town on my back.
Oh, now, Lieutenant, I'm sure that agile mind of yours can come up with something.
I can't even get him for something I know he's done.
You trying to say he killed Ned Bass?
You can bet he arranged it. Bass was in charge of numbers, which used to be Loomis's specialty before he went up.
Lumis is eliminating all his competition, is that it?
He's a reactionary.
Reactionary?
Doesn't believe in the Fair Trades Act.
4
racket boys have been killed since Lumis has been rehabilitated. All 4 on key spots.
Sounds like he's reorganizing the guild.
Yeah, he's conducting free and open elections by bullet.
Well, what do you plan to do about it?
Keep digging for evidence.
Yeah. Well, I'll look around. Maybe I can find a few holes to dig in.
Well, maybe I should just sit here and wait until you come back with the case solved.
Oh, no, you go ahead and fuss around with whatever it is you're doing. You might get lucky.
Good, fine. Should hold 178 pounds.
178 pounds of what, Sylvester?
Human being. And the other end.
Oh.
That's the trouble with a second-story job. The rope. It's your lifeline. The rope snaps. Caper's over.
I thought you gave up those capers.
Well, sure, I'm a businessman.
You look like anything but a businessman.
This? Oh, this is strictly legit. I'm just letting others profit by my experience. I sell these kits.
But a do-it-yourself burglar kit?
What are you, against private enterprise? A jockey quits riding, he sells tips on horses.
Yeah, well, somehow, Sylvester, this is not quite the same. A suitcase filled with second-story equipment, how are you going to sell that?
It's a going concern. I got more orders than I can fill now.
Guess it's hard to tell what the public will buy today.
Well, they don't come to me for no mousetraps. You gotta keep using the old smart, Pete. Would you like a nice glass Irish tea?
Look, Sylvester, getting back to the intellectual endeavors, you wouldn't know who blasted Ned Bass, would you?
Pete, I'm just a small businessman.
Yeah. Well, maybe this will help your business to grow.
Another $10, you could get the safe and loft kit. $29.95 complete. Forget about the sales tax.
I'm too heavy for the rope.
Word is, Lumis put him down.
The word I've heard. What I need is evidence.
Well, maybe you can pick up some of that tonight at the meeting.
What meeting?
Lumis called his operators 11 o'clock tonight, the old hunting lodge, Lone Peak.
Thanks, Sylvester.
What for? I didn't say nothing. Oh, what'd I do with him?
Hmm?
Oh, sure. Magnetized. The only way to travel.
Don't be so stealthy. You're making too much noise.
To find something?
If they're in there, I wonder where their cars are.
Probably parked around the back. Where are you going?
They're not gonna come out here. We better go in there. Stay here and cover. The department thanks you. I thank you. Stay out of the police station or I'll have you arrested for trespassing.
There go the cops. Maybe we can eliminate a problem here. Let's go.
Oh, you poor man. You look bugged.
Yeah, well, it's my bugged look we're going to talk about.
Oh, Daddy said we were going to talk about Mr. Lumis. Daddy said it was very important, very secretive. Daddy said I wasn't to tell anyone, just to come here and see you. Are we in a conspiracy?
Miss Gerard, this is a case of attempted murder.
Whose?
Mine, by your good friend Frank Lumis. Now, can you understand why I couldn't come to the house?
Oh, well, I don't mind coming out to see you, but I couldn't get a cab, and
All
I had
right, now look, Lois,
Well, I walked
sit
all
down.
the way, and my feet
Will you be
are
quiet?
killing me. Do you mind if I take my shoes
Lois.
off? I just need a little corn, you know?
Don't talk. Just listen. You interrupt me once more, I'll turn you over my knee and spank you.
You wouldn't.
You want to try me?
I'm listening.
Lois, do you love your daddy? Well,
You said I couldn't say anything.
you may answer questions, just don't editorialize.
All right. I love Daddy very much.
Lumis is rebuilding his empire in your house, Daddy's house. He's eliminating anyone that gets in his way. He could even eliminate Daddy.
That would be terrible of Frank, after all I've done for him.
Well, maybe you could do something for me. Like tell me where Frank was at 11 o'clock tonight?
I'm losing all patience with him. He wouldn't go to that party with me. Left the house about 10 o'clock. Said he had business.
Well, he did. Lois, Lumis thinks I'm dead. I want it left that way. Now, when you go home, I don't want you to say anything about it. Understand?
You're so cute. Especially when you're bugged.
Lois.
Well,
Well, what?
aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
Kiss her goodbye.
Goodbye, Lois.
Oh, could I have my shoes?
Oh, boy.
How's it going, Speed?
Thanks for the use of the hall.
Do you mind telling me why you're playing creepies around here?
Oh, not at all. I don't want to be seen.
Well, after seeing that little marshmallow, I can understand why.
Patience, Prudence. It's not what you think.
It never is.
Edie.
You didn't tell me she looked like that. If you told me she looked like that, I wouldn't have let you use my dressing room.
You're not only pretty, you're charming and understanding. You're just a great big bundle of cooperation.
You're just a great big bundle of hot air.
Oh, bye.
Well,
Well, what?
aren't you going to kiss me goodbye?
Bye, love.
So, mention a name?
Lumis. We're gonna be brief but thorough.
Pete?
How much did Lumis pay you to tip him off?
Pete, look at me. I'm a man of morality. Would I sell you down the river for $200?
You'll never get rich at those prices.
Pete.
I'm gonna show you how to make $1,000.
No, I'm too nervous to get rich.
You're gonna make a telephone call to Lumis. You've been thinking it over. You changed your mind. You want $1,000 to keep your mouth shut.
What about?
I'm dead. Lumis had me killed. You can implicate him.
He wouldn't believe me. I'm a lousy stool pigeon.
Call him.
Have you got a dime?
Hi, boys. How's things? That Frank, he always did like a practical joke. I knew he'd get a bang out of that phone call. Pretty funny, huh? No, boys, don't! When I drop
Well, we still haven't got anything on Lumis.
You got him.
Him in front of a jury? Ask him his name and he'll perjure himself.
You got any plans for him?
I'll take him downtown, figure something out.
Wait a minute. Maybe we can figure something out without taking him downtown.
It'll be tomorrow night, but I haven't decided where yet. Tell the boys to stand by. Yeah, I'll get back to you later.
What are you looking so surprised for, Frank? You figure you guys got me? Well, I got them first.
You?
Yeah, trouble is, you don't give me my credits. That'll make the price go up, Frank. It'll be 10 G's now, or else I tell the police you had Gunn knocked off.
Yeah. What's the title of this? Sylvester Gets Taller?
Maybe.
You got delusions, Sylvester. They could kill you.
You tried that.
You're not thinking so good. Up to now, you're my only miss. Bass and Gunn because they were in the way. Now you're in the way, Sylvester.
Now, wait a minute, Frank!
Nobody puts the arm on Frank Lumis. You miscounted, Lumis. You missed twice tonight.
I heard the shots. What happened? Frank!
Look, Frank just broke parole. Come on. We better find your father.
Daddy? Daddy?
You can come out now, Daddy.
What?
It's all over, Mr. Gerard.
I don't know how to thank you, Mr. Gunn.
That's quite all right.
I don't know what I would have done without you.
Miss Gerard.
I'll answer the door.
Yahama! Oh, you've come. All the way from India. You must be exhausted.
It's all right. I am resting.
Oh, Daddy, isn't it wonderful? My guru is here.
You're who?
My yoga instructor.
And I suppose he's going to live here.
Well, right here with us, of course.
Good night, Mr. Gerard.